Hi, welcome back.
Welcome.
A slice of life.
Slice of life.
In this pandemic. We have just lost one of our people.
Oh, no.
Ava Graham left out of a sense of precaution now because she just learned that her mother-in-law has the Omicron virus.
Okay.
And I went to Rhea because I don't even know what to do anymore with this stuff. And Rhea said, give her the boot. Right,
I didn't say that.
And she'll be tested, and if she's clear, that she can come back.
Yeah. Well, she shouldn't have to be tested if she doesn't have any symptoms.
No, she has to be tested.
No, she doesn't.
We just kicked her off the show.
Well, but
we kicked her off the show. And the good news for her is she'll be heading back to Jersey before the world ends.
Oh, the snow, yeah.
Because there's going to be, if you live in Jersey,
6 to 10 inches.
Breaking news. We're all going to die.
Just Jersey.
Just Jersey. If you're on this side, you'll be fine.
You're safe. You're going to live.
If you're not, and by the way, no one will be allowed to cross Jersey to get bread or eggs or milk here. So you must get bread, eggs, and milk and hunker in for the 6 to 10
Sell them. Just go over the bridge and set up a shop.
But I can't wait to get home and tell my wife that we will not be getting 6 to 10 inches.
Mm-hmm. She's used to that.
Thank you.
That's so rude.
I want to try to add a couple of debates here. And now, look, Nick Sirianni has been an acquired taste. Is that a good way to put it?
That is a good way to put it.
Nick Sirianni.
Better than Gabe Kapler, I will say.
When the Eagles were 2-5, I was trying to play out scenarios in which he would get fired in his first year.
Yep.
And I was talking to him every week, and I was running out of things to ask him because they were awful.
Yeah,
they were 2-5. He was being out-coached. They looked lost.
They were blowing out on a couple occasions, too. Yeah.
And then slowly, the schedule helped him. It got easier.
Yeah.
And slowly they turned it around. And what he did that was most impressive, Elliot pointed out before, he did something a lot of coaches won't do, especially a rookie coach. He basically threw the blueprint away and said, no, we're a running team. And how we're going to win games is to run the football.
Yes, he
and
did.
For a period of 7 games, they set Eagles records for how many yards they got run.
And that's even against the philosophy of the team's owner, who is a pass-first guy. It was very impressive.
Very impressive. And over time, it's funny how when a guy's winning, he could be saying the same stuff he says when he's losing. Mm-hmm. But when he's winning, you say to yourself, this guy's a sage. This guy's brilliant.
Makes a lot more sense when they're winning.
When they were 2-5 and he'd say that the dog mentality and all this stuff, you go, all right, enough with that dog mentality stuff. Even my dog's tired of it. Right?
Yep.
But then you go, you know what? He's right. Just forget whatever you did last game and pay attention to the next one. And it worked.
Yeah, it has.
And now I got to say that all things being considered, to be a rookie coach with a winning season, they've already clinched that, and with a trip to the playoffs, that's a hell of a start here. He deserves great congratulations. He will be on at 7:30 today. He did a hell of a job.
He did. It's impressive.
And the other guy that I would like to end the debate for, I tried to with Elliot a few minutes ago, is Jalen Hurts.
Yes.
Because Jalen Hurts, you got to admit, the guy, he's phenomenal.
Yeah.
He's getting better every game now.
He's a gamer.
And you can see that he may not have a bazooka, but he's got plenty of arm.
He does.
He overthrew Smith on a deep ball down the sideline. He just threw it 50 yards with snapping his wrist. He's got a great arm. Not as great as some of these guys, but great enough.
Yeah.
And he's got the X factor. Nothing bothers him, right? And here is Nick Sirianni, who we think now is in good, safe territory, with Jalen Hurts, who should be too.
Jalen was awesome today. We all know he's dealing with an ankle injury and, fighting through it. He's tough. This guy is so tough. You guys, just to see it every day, I love seeing that every day. That's what I've said this plenty of times. High character, physical, tough, smart guys are going to reach their ceiling. This guy is so tough.
And the thing about it is, he still barely played one season.
Yeah.
And he's giving you big performances in key games.
Would you like to know the numbers in the last 3 games since the Giants game, the first Giants game? This is according to Reuben Frank. 54 for 81, that's 67%. 709 yards, 3 passing touchdowns, 2 rushing touchdowns, 1 interception, and a passer rating of 101.3.
That's phenomenal.
That's pretty good.
That's phenomenal. Yeah. And those are in the biggest games of the season. You got to love the guy. And the other thing that you got to – I just want you to hear this because they didn't get to ask Nick about it. I will today, this incident that happened after the game where all the fans poured down in the tunnel and nearly buried Jalen Hurts as he was leaving the field. He handled that with unbelievable calm.
That showed you all you need to know about this guy. Under adverse conditions, he calmly handled everything. When his career could have ended there. That's incredible.
Those
what
were
we
large
witnessed.
bodies plummeting in his direction.
I've seen that at European soccer games where people die. I mean, that was
it
not a
happened at the vet many years ago.
Yeah, that's right.
Here's what he said after the game.
I'm just happy everybody's safe from it. Happy everybody's safe from it. That's crazy. That's crazy stuff right there. That was a real dangerous situation. And I'm just so happy everybody bounced back from it. It seemed like it. Passionate Eagles fans. I love it.
He checks every box we would want to check for quarterback. And I'll compare him to Carson Wentz, who had a slightly better arm. This guy's got so many more intangibles that Wentz doesn't have. And I would take this guy over Wentz 10 times out of 10.
Yeah. I agree with you there.
This guy's way better than Wentz, and he will be a long-term solution here. Howie, stop looking with the binoculars at the next quarterback. He's right here in your city. Let that go and use those picks on other players. Thank you. I'll be here all morning.
Excellent.
Bob's up next. Hi, Bobby.
Hey, good morning, Angelo. Hey, listen, I really get the feeling after 30 years that you're the kind of guy that goes into Wawa to get a cup of coffee, and no matter what you do, the cup never gets more than half full because you can't see. Angelo, we averaged 1 win a month last year. Right. 1 win a month.
That's correct.
Vegas said we might win 6.5 or 7, whatever.
6.5.
You were 2. You started out 2-7. Everybody was
5.
Killing him, killing Hurts. We need a new quarterback. We need Lamar Jackson. But no, you know what? For the last 7 weeks, since the beginning of November, I sat down on a Sunday afternoon, and guess what? Whether it was a good win, a bad win, an ugly win, you know what it was? It was a win. It was a win. 7 weeks in a row, I got a win. And I don't care if they lose in the first round of the playoffs. We have 3 picks.
All right, Bob. Half of your numbers are wrong.
Your math
they
is
were not
good.
2-7. They're 0-7 in a row. And frankly, all this brilliant
They
wisdom
were
that you have
2-5.
had, this is the all-time call of self-tribute.
Yes, the hell
and
is
here's the thing that's annoying me the most. Why did you make us be so wrong all these weeks when you had all this wisdom? Why didn't you call and straighten us out weeks ago? Why did we have to wait till we made the playoffs to have the brilliance of your mind?
Angel, if I would have told you on Labor Day we were going to make the first round of the playoffs, you would have been ecstatic, right?
Well, actually,
of course I would have. I am ecstatic.
On Labor Day, they weren't 2-5, and Al Morganti said they were going to win 11, and you said they were going to win how many?
I predicted 10, which if they win Saturday night, I nailed on the nose, Bob. I'm not half full. I'm full.
Oh, you're not kidding.
You are full.
I'm full of it. Bob, do you realize I am full of it?
Oh, I've known that since 1987. But listen, you know what? Yesterday was so great. It was probably one of the best football days of my life.
It was.
I got to watch the Eagles win. Then I got to watch Tyler Murray make Dallas look ridiculous because they couldn't stop him when they had to. And that stupid coach calling a timeout with 3:01 left.
Oh, my God.
After you blew 15 seconds off the clock. Yep. Now you hamstrung yourself because whether that was a fumble or not, you couldn't do nothing about it.
Bob, all I could say is I am in awe of your brilliance, and I thank you for finally illuminating us this morning upon them making the playoffs. When a guy calls out,
he
called all year. He calls to do a self-tribute on how right he was from Labor Day.
Yeah.
But he never shared it with anyone, so we have to take his
wrote
word
it down.
for
It's on a piece of paper.
It can't be because his math was so bad, Al. He couldn't have wrote it down.
His math was terrible.
It was bad.
They were 2-7. They won 7 in a row.
Yeah, that was great. Nice run.
If you're going to do a tribute, you got to at least get the numbers right.
Yeah, well, it sounded good to him.
Mike is out of line for Baltimore. Hi, Mike.
Happy New Year.
Yep,
what
it is.
What a great way to start the year.
Yep.
Listen, Jalen Hurts is the guy. I've been saying it since last year, and I'm super happy that he's finally emerging here in Philly, and people are giving him the respect he deserves. What a great guy. What a leader. A Nick Foles, almost like a Nick Foles, maybe even better, a little bit, ice cubes in his veins.
Right.
I'd like this guy. I think he could take them deep into the playoffs, put this team on his back, and you never know what can happen. And I want to give a shout-out to Boston Scott. I mean, here's a guy. He's the new Darren Sproles. I mean, unbelievable what he's contributing to the team.
He's really good. Mike, great stuff. I appreciate you enjoying the moment. Rhea, we have a no-kid doctor on very quickly here. Please introduce us.
Dr. Benjamin Chu, orthopedic surgeon with Central Montgomery Orthopedics in Lansdale. He's the head team doctor for Delaware Valley University, Lansdale Catholic, Northeast High School, Philly Mag top doc the last couple of years, centralmontgomeryorthopedics.com. And I have a fun fact about Dr. Chu. His wife's favorite Eagles player of all time is Todd Pinkston.
I know. Dr. Chu, I have a question before we get going here.
Good morning, Angelo. Yes, go ahead.
Does your wife have a problem selecting her favorite players? That he had alligator abs. Doc, why did she like Pinkston?
I have no idea. I guess her preference in football players can be somewhat questionable.
Yeah, I guess so. I only got a couple of quickies for you, Doc. Number one is Miles Sanders. He has a broken bone in his hand, and they're saying it's going to take a few weeks. We're projecting ahead 2 weeks to the playoffs. Do you think he would be ready to play that?
I think so. I think the Eagles having locked up a playoff berth this week really helps his chances because it gives him another week to get that bone to heal, and not having to risk playing this Saturday night at Dallas decreases the chance that it gets re-aggravated and sets that healing back.
All right, good. So that should be cleared for that. And, Doc, the only other thing, there's going to be a debate for the next 5 days on whether or not the Eagles should play their starters. Is there any science behind taking a week off, it making you better, more healthy, more able to perform in the big playoff game after that?
Absolutely. There is scientific evidence to suggest that being fatigued, training for long times does increase an athlete's risk of having an injury or illness, and it can impact their performance as well. So having 1 week off to sort of rest up mentally and physically and get ready for a long playoff push, I think is going to be a beneficial thing.
All right, so you're saying doctor's orders, take the week off, play the scrubs, and we'll be ready for the playoffs.
Absolutely.
Wow. Dr. Ben Chu, Doc, thank you so much. And tell your wife to rethink
Try
that
Devontae Smith. Tell her to check
Try
him out.
Devontae Smith.
That's a good choice.
Yeah, exactly. Now, Jonesy, I did not agree with his last thing, so I would like a second opinion.
Yeah.
Would you please give me one?
No. I don't have one.
Huh?
He does not. He agrees.
Yeah, well, you don't want to get anybody hurt.
I don't want to get him hurt.
What's the point?
Every time I've ever done that, you've said
you're ugly too.
Yeah.
Well,
I know, but this one is the playoffs.
The doctor's right.
No, I'm going to tell you what's going on with Jonesy. And you need to know that before we go any further in this show.
What happened?
Keith Jones was exposed on Saturday. On was it Friday?
To a brain freeze, yes.
He did a game
Saturday
in minus 10 degrees.
You looked miserable.
In Minnesota. And he said to me, well, I'm not going to lie to you, his lower regions went numb. And now apparently...
And matched his upper region.
Exactly. And now we're learning that even his brain, as we listen to the show, is still defrosting.
That was so... How anybody lives in that state, and they embrace it. These fans are nuts. They're outside in that type of weather and drinking and laughing and having a good time. It is incredible.
So you
to
did
me.
part of it, but then you went inside.
Then I was lucky enough to go upstairs because Eddie Olczyk was on protocols too, so he couldn't do the game. So I got to stay warm anyway.
In other words, Eddie Olczyk having the COVID protocols got you out of the
Yes,
cold.
it did. Aaron Pang
He was so happy.
Yes.
Hey, another happy COVID story.
Yeah, there's so many out there.
215-592-9490 for so much more to do. But we got the coach coming up next at 7:30. Stay right there. WIP Sports Time is 7:17. Let me tell you about my favorite place in Atlantic City, Borgata. Sign up today at Borgata Sports and enjoy the thrill of victory on your very first bet. Atlantic City's most popular casino welcomes you to their app with the lock of the year. Place a $25 wager on football. You will automatically receive $200 in free bets, regardless of your bet's outcome. Use the bonus code WIP200 when you make that bet. Enjoy football like never before with Borgata's live betting options and boosted odds specials at your fingertips all season long. Download the app or go to BorgataOnline.com. Use the bonus code WIP200 to win $200 in free bets when you place a $25 wager on football. 7:23 is the time. Just so you know, the drama that everybody's facing on a daily basis right now. We have sent Ava Graham home because she was exposed to the COVID virus by her mother-in-law, who has tested positive. We don't even know if that's the right thing to do anymore. We have no idea. I didn't know what to do. I just said to Rhea, decide what to do. And she said, well, let's be safe and send her home. Yeah. We don't even know her.
No.
And Al Morghetti, Rhea, you know what Al just said to me?
We're all going to get it.
It's the most amazing thing I've ever heard in my life.
Get it over with.
This pandemic's almost 2 years. Al Morghetti has yet to ever be tested.
Yeah.
He has never once stuffed anything up his nose.
I never had
for 2 years.
Haven't had symptoms.
You haven't had symptoms?
So why would I get tested?
To be safe?
Well,
but he doesn't need the test. Why are you taking it away from somebody who probably needs it?
I'm not taking any more questions on. I'm done with this. Dan Wilson's in for Ava because Ava went home, but we don't even know if she should have. Dan, could you give us the first question of the day, please?
Yes, our question at WIP Morning Show on Twitter. Who deserves the most credit for the Eagles making the playoffs? 5% Howie Roseman, 10% the defense, 17% Jalen Hurts, 68% say Nick Sirianni.
Wow. Nick's going to be blown away by that.
Well, I love the emotion he's showing now, too. Like, he's had some good moments.
Well, plus, if you had to vote for Coach of the Year now, maybe LaFleur, maybe Reed, but then it'd be
Oh, stop with Reed. Reed. He just cost me $115 for a parlay bet.
That's going to count in the voting.
That's going to count in the voting. But he got a coach against players usually loses. And he crushed Hurts. We're going to break away Hurts in a few minutes and try that. Because, Al, if you're not sold on him yet, you're a hard sell. Because he's playing great. And he made some great plays in that game.
And he makes
yesterday.
great comments.
He does.
I love to listen to him talk after a game. That guy's got unbelievable leadership qualities.
Isn't he? I mean,
he
really, he's just born that way. That's leadership like I haven't seen from any of the previous guys. Even McNabb, who was a great quarterback here, he wasn't that kind of leader.
He was not.
And Wentz was just one issue after another. You know that. Anyway, we'll be hearing from Nick Sirianni in around 5 minutes. So stay right where you are. Let me go to my girl, Eagle Shirley. Hi, Cheryl.
Happy New Year, everybody, family and friends. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
Shirley, the Eagles are in the playoffs.
Angelo, I'm so excited for these guys. Just watching them on the sidelines, watching their press conferences, just watching anything about the Eagles right now. And it's exciting. You know, it's very exciting because we was not supposed to be here. We was not supposed to be doing none of this. And this man, Jason Kelsey, every time they play that daggone speech, of that unscripted speech, you know, in the auditorium or wherever they was at, that I love that man so much, and I thank him for being so real. I thank him for sharing like how, you know, people that didn't want him and just telling them that they believe in themselves and that they are somebody. I mean, just that alone, I'm like, you know what, dude, play that every day. Let us hear that every day. Just not just the Eagles. People need to hear that about themselves. You know? Oh, my goodness.
No, I saw that yesterday, Cheryl. I saw that yesterday.
Can't play it. There's
They show it a lot.
I know,
I got to tell you something, Cheryl. Cheryl, you know what I was thinking when I saw that? That's the ultimate Eagle. Like he won a Super Bowl here. He gave the speech with the Mummers thing on, and now here it is 4 years later. He's still inspiring people. That's the ultimate Eagle.
You know what it is? Because he knows that people still look at them like as underdogs, as if they still not supposed to be doing what they doing. He hearing what people saying about his quarterback, about, you know, the coaches. He's hearing everything, and he's tired of it. And he's tired of it. And he's letting them know, like, listen, this is about us in here. It's about us in here, what we need to do together as a team. He been through it all the way. He been through it.
All right, but sure. Before
the
coach comes out, I want to run this by you because the coach was saying how the team was super calm the whole game. In the first half, were you calm?
No. So let me tell you. So Makai, happy birthday, grandson, turned 13. He wanted to go to Chickies and Pete to watch the game, and that threw me off. So we're at Chickies and Pete's, and we watching the game, and we just going crazy. Like, what are y'all doing? Come on. Oh, my goodness, defense, what's going on? I'm going crazy on Twitter. No, I was not calm. Because Heineke was just having his way.
Yeah.
Having his way.
Exactly. Those receivers were wide open, sure.
Come on.
And I'm going, and then he says afterwards, even when we were behind, everybody was super cool. And I'm going, well, you weren't us. We were going nuts. Going nuts. I was going, when the hell are you guys going to show up? This is the season.
And they showed up. They shut them down. Yep. They finally was getting sacks. But the picture that I love that they showed on Fox was Hurts, the back of Hurts, standing there watching just that last play. And he just standing there and watching. I'm like, my grandson said, Mom, do he ever smile? I said, he smiled. I had to show him some footage of him smiling. I said, after a win, I said, but during the game, he ain't got time for all of that. Yeah, when they maybe get a touchdown. But I said, McLeod, that young man, and what Hurst said, how he jumped and reached and grabbed that football for that interception, he said, man, the way he gave him that compliment, I'm saying to myself, he looking at him as if he was a wide receiver because the same ball was thrown, to number 18, Rieger. And same thing.
Yeah.
He dropped it. But at the end of the day, it's a team sport, and they all boarded in together. And I'm so happy.
The coach is coming up, but Jonesy had one thing he wanted to ask you.
Give me one, Cheryl.
In the new year, it's great. I love you all. E-A-G-L-E-S. Eagles, let's get this win, baby. Love you all. God
Eagles,
bless.
Charlie. And I just want to say, Coach Sirianni's call-in, he is due it any second, is brought to you by the Pennsylvania Lottery. New Monday draw days and more chances to win with double play. Powerball just got better. New from the Pennsylvania Lottery. And there's so much to add. I just wanted to play for you while we're waiting. Lane Johnson was talking about what happened on that play. And Joe, Locker 6, let's listen to what Lane Johnson had to say on that play.
He won us the game. It wasn't looking too good for us, We were the whole offensive line was on the opposite side of the field. Jalen was, and I saw where he sailed it. And first thought, I thought it may hit the ground. Then when I saw the replay, he caught it.
That was Jonesy. What a play.
Incredible play.
What a play with the season riding on.
Exactly. If that play doesn't happen, we're not talking about a win.
Well, I want to ask you that. That was my follow-up.
That's the play.
If he doesn't catch it, does Heineke score?
Yeah.
He gets in there.
Yeah.
How close, how exciting. A man who is winning our poll as the number one reason the Eagles are going to the playoffs is the head coach, Nick Sirianni, who's on the line with us right now. Hi, Nick.
Hey, Angela.
Happy New Year and congratulations. Got to be pretty cool right now, right, Nick?
Yeah, thank you. Happy New Year. Yeah, it was pretty cool, to be a fan a little bit last night on our way home from the game, watching on our phones, rooting for San Francisco, and then last night really rooting for Green Bay. It was kind of cool to be a fan. In fact, I'm still at my house, haven't came in yet because woke up a little bit later and just started watching our game. So I don't even have our game completely watched yet.
All right, you won, by the way. It was very close. All right, Nick, let's start with this. I'm watching you at the very end of the game after McLeod's interception, and that's the happiest I've seen you in your first year on the sideline. Could you share with the fans what you were feeling in that moment?
Oh yeah, it was. You know what was? It was just when it's such an emotional game, right? When you win, like we've been winning by double digits. I think 7 of our 9 wins are double digits, and those close games, you get emotional in those games. And so, it was just so exciting to, they were driving, they were doing a good job driving the football down at the end of the game. And, we came up with a big play and a huge moment by one of our big time leaders, and it was just it's so exciting, so emotional to know that we were able to win a close game like that and accomplish a goal of getting to the postseason.
Hey, Nick, you mentioned after the game the calmness on the sideline, and I was getting emails throughout the game, and there was no calmness among the fan base. What brought that calmness on? Why was people so calm in the most important game of the season?
What I think happened is we just got great leaders on this football team. That have won a lot of games, that have been in a lot of big moments. I mean, look at Fletcher Cox, Jason Kelsey, Lane Johnson, Brandon Graham, Rodney McLeod. All those guys have played in the Super Bowl and have won a Super Bowl. So they've been in big games. They've won big games. And then the question came to me last night was, well, Jalen hasn't. Jalen's been winning his entire life. He won in high school. He won at Alabama. He won at Oklahoma. And this guy's a winner. And so it was just this calmness the entire game. Anthony Harris must have came up to me 15 times like, we got it, we got you, and he just kept telling me that. I mean, that's reassuring, when your players are are that calm and just know. And that's the confidence that you build up throughout the year because of your preparation and what you've went through throughout the year.
Let's talk a little bit about the confidence. When you were 2-5, were you doubting at all in your rookie season that the message was getting across?
No, I didn't. And you don't want to ever put yourself in that position. But unfortunately, however you want to look at it, in Indianapolis in 2018, we were in the same scenario. And I had a great leader to follow in Frank, and a blueprint to follow, the way Frank kind of talked about, our process and what we wanted to do. I mentioned it last night. If you're 2-5 and you think about how you're going to get back to 9-7 and how you're going to get back to be relevant, that's a mighty high mountain to climb when you look at it that way. Like, okay, 9-7. But if you look at it as, I'm going to attack today, I'm going to attack this meeting, I'm going to attack this practice, I'm going to attack this walkthrough, I'm going to put ourselves, and if everybody's thinking that way, I'm going to put ourselves in position to go 1-0 this week. That mountain seems a lot less high. And it's the same thing if you're down 20 points in a game. There's no 20-point touchdowns. There's no 7-point or 7-game wins. That you happen right away. You got to chip away at it over and over and over and over again. Again, you learn so many things as you go through this. You learn what to do, what not to do. And I'm just blessed, fortunate that I was able to be around a great coach like Frank Reich that was able to help me go through a scenario like that and prep me for this.
Hey, Nick, Rodney McLeod's made a couple of huge plays for you. He won the game for you yesterday. Can a coach teach a veteran player big play mentality? Is there something you can focus them on so that in a big moment they make that kind of a play?
That's a good question, Angela. I think what you do as much as you possibly can as a coach is put the players in game-like scenarios. And in practice, you say, all right, this one's for whatever. Like you're putting them in the competition, competitive roles as much as you possibly can to prep guys for that big moment. But all the credit, obviously, we'd be crazy as coaches to take any credit for that. We do that, but he's the one who made the play in a critical moment, and because of the type of player and the type of leader that he is. That wasn't an easy catch. That was a really hard catch, and he made it and got us off the field and won us the football game in that moment. I thought it was great coverage too by Anthony Harris to be right in the guy's pocket to have Henneke sail the ball a little bit high. And so again, you prep it as a coach to try to put him in these tough scenarios. But Rodney's been competing his whole life and making plays his whole life. Like he was born and he was ready to do that play. Right when he made that play.
The other big play, the big offensive play was the 3rd and 14 early in the third quarter, where Hurts got out of trouble and then threw a great pass to what's his name at the 4-yard line, at Greg Ward at the 4. Nick, he later said he never heard your play call? When you were watching that, were you going, what play is this? That's not what I called?
Yeah, that's sometimes that happens. That happens sometimes, and what an unbelievable play by Jalen to keep his composure. Because some quarterbacks can freeze in that moment. He got a play called that he was comfortable with. He knows what we like to call in those scenarios, so he got us into a play that I think we were all comfortable with. And then what I saw him do yesterday, more so, again, he's gotten better at this as the years went on, but making a play, we all know he can make plays with his feet, right, when he extends the play. But yesterday he had a couple awesome plays, extending plays and then finding a receiver down the field. And that's a big step in our offense that, any offense, like you see some, to be able to hit, not just the running plays that he gets out of trouble or makes or creates, but also do it with his arm as he creates with his legs. And so unbelievable catch there by Greg Ward. Greg Ward's just been, I know this isn't the role that Greg Ward's played here in the past, but I talk about our leaders and I talk about our captains often, and I can't say enough though about Greg Ward and Boston Scott, right? Those two guys, have had bigger roles here in the past, and we've stayed healthier, we've stayed, and so they've had a little bit of a smaller role. But when their number's called, they make plays, and they're the same leader over and over and over again. I can't say that enough. I mean, I would love to do a whole interview about those two guys, but just because that when it comes down to critical moments, those are the guys that help you win football games. And just so happy that they're the leaders they are, the men that they are, and if they're on this football team.
Hey, Nick, two other quick ones. One is you got a game Saturday night. Now, they moved it to Saturday night against Dallas, but you're in the playoffs. Do the starters get the night off? What are you thinking on that?
We talked a lot about that yesterday throughout the game. Again, like I said, I'm in my underwear sitting here at my house, and so I got some time to think about that. I haven't left yet. I'm normally well in the office by this point, and so we've looked at a lot of different things. I'm not ready to say one way or the other yet. I want to get in there and talk to the coaches after I get done watching the game, and then I'll make a decision from there.
And finally, Nick, I don't know. You said you're still looking at the game tape. Did you see the tape of what happened after the game when Jalen Hurts was walking into the tunnel?
How about that?
All right, yeah, could you just explain one thing to me? So this guy nearly gets an avalanche of bodies on top of him, and he's posing for pictures 5 seconds later. Is that Jalen? Nothing bothers him?
No, he's unfazed. He's calm. It's all. You know what? And nothing. You know what? When I saw that video, here's two things I thought. First of all, I'm like, I thought three things. Thank God Jalen's okay. Right. Thank God the entire fan base is okay that fell out of the stands. Those two things. That was my first thought. Second is like, whoa, he's unfazed by this, and our fans were unfazed by it. They just got up and started posing. Jalen didn't start posing for pictures. They were like, oh shoot, now I'm really close to Jalen. Can we get a selfie? Like that. How unbelievable are our fans? I love them.
Wow.
I love them, and they took that stadium over yesterday. I mean, to look back there and like. And I talked to one of their coaches that I have worked with in the past, and he said something about how Dallas had a lot of fans. He's like, but it wasn't anything like what I'm seeing right here. Wow. And so, and it was unbelievable. Our fans took that thing over. I loved it, and I thought, I'm glad everybody's okay. I thought it was hilarious that they got up and everyone was posing for pictures after that. So hopefully they got some good pictures out of it, and it was pretty cool.
Well, I got to tell you this, Nick. Those fans are loving you today because you got them in the playoffs in your first year. Congratulations. That's an amazing accomplishment. Congratulations,
Thanks,
Nick. Great job.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Nick.
All right.
Nick,
thanks. Have a great day.
Nick Sirianni, ladies and gentlemen, very happy in his underwear, doing the interview in his underwear.
I knew you were going to take that.
And you know what? He has every right to feel pretty good about what has happened here. No one really. I knew you had 11 wins.
You had 10.
I had 10, but we didn't. When they were 2-5, I wouldn't have bet a nickel on that. But they wow, what an accomplishment.
Al did stick with that pretty good though.
Only because he didn't.
No,
because
he had looked at the schedule. He looked at the schedule. He did have some logic behind that pick.
There's a lot of this was one of the most improbable seasons that the Eagles have had while I've been here.
I was surprised you didn't come back with boxers or briefs.
And I'm going to tell you why.
I was impressed
because my stupid producer was trying to get me to do that, and I'm way too classy.
You have matured.
Way too.
7 years old.
I am now a mature man. 215-592-9494.
No, you're old. I wouldn't say you're mature.
Thank you. WIP Sports Type 743.
Home show season is here. It's a great way to get home improvement ideas and save money on new projects. And this year, Window Nation is making it even better. They're bringing the home show back to you. Window Nation's virtual home show extravaganza comes to you at your convenience to show you beautiful ways to improve your home and offer you these limited time savings. Get 2 free windows with every 2 you buy with no limit. Plus, make no down payment, no payments, and pay no interest for 24 months. Save thousands just on this alone. And with natural gas prices on the rise, there couldn't be a better time to call or check out online at windownation.com/home show. Window Nation has installed over 1 million windows with 96% requiring no follow-up service. That's perfection the first time. So you know no one is more qualified to put in your new windows. But you really do have to hurry. This buy 2 windows, get 2 free, and pay nothing for 2 full years offer is for a very limited time. So call Window Nation today, 866-90Nation, or online at windownation.com/home show. Tell them Rhea sent you.
All right, welcome back, 748. If you want a preview of Ray Didinger coming up at 8 o'clock, I watch the postgame. It's always fascinating and sensational. My first question is this, Al. The Eagles made the playoffs.
Yep.
Are they a good team?
You know what they are?
They are?
They're a team. They're the team you don't want to see.
All right. Are they a good team? You always like to change my question.
But that's
are they a good team?
Yeah.
Al, Josie, are they a good team?
No.
Rhea, good team?
They are 9-7, correct?
Yeah.
In the playoffs?
Right.
Yeah.
How can
change
you not be
your
good
tune from the first half.
You got to
change my tune from the fourth quarter. I changed my tune about 30 seconds left of that game.
They're an okay team.
They're an okay team. They're not a bad team. They're 9-7. They're in the playoffs. But are they a good team? Because when I'm watching the first half, I was not going, wow, this is a very good defense.
No.
This defense is almost unstoppable.
No matter who they play in the playoffs, they're going to be the underdog.
Oh, without a doubt.
On the road.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. But you know what?
They're actually good on the road this
year. They
year.
exceeded almost everybody's expectations.
They
are a
great
playoff team. Say hallelujah. Rashid's out of live from North Philly. Hi, Rashid.
Hey, what's going on, Ange?
What's happening, pal?
Hey, man, everything good, man. Happy New Year to you and the crew.
It's happier because of yesterday. I can tell you that, Rashid.
Much happier because of yesterday. Much happier. And you know, I honestly think we got at least a game in us, Ange, because I like to draw Tampa Bay, and I think we can handle Tampa Bay. That's just my personal opinion.
Wow.
A lot of people going to disagree.
You are announcing on our show. Now, Tampa Bay has a lot of major issues right now. Including
that's what I'm
But Rashid, you're saying that defense that you witnessed Taylor Heineke eat alive is going to stop Tom Brady? Is that what I'm hearing?
Brady looked like he's been making a lot of mistakes, and I think we can run on that defense if Nick runs the football.
Al's a Brady guy. Al, you agreeing with Rashid?
I don't see how you think you can run. Of all the teams that you'd have trouble running against, wouldn't that be the one you'd worry about?
I don't know. I don't know. All I know is, Rashid, their best receiver took his clothes off. Rashid, have you ever seen anything like that in your life?
Never in my lifetime, Ange, and I hope to never see it again.
I mean, that guy, now I know he loves attention, but now he doesn't have a team again because they cut him right after he did it.
He's done now.
Is he done now?
He's done.
I mean, my God, what is he doing?
He's selfish. He wants to get.
He was cut before his Uber ride got there.
It's selfish. He's just selfish.
If you caught his T-shirt, what would you do with it?
I don't know. Here's what I'll tell you, Rashida. This is just me. Man, he is in good shape. He had the washboard thing going and all. If I look like that, I might find an excuse to take my shirt off, too.
You're close, buddy. You're close.
So I got one thing. I got one issue with yesterday, just one, and I hope Nick hearing. I know he listening. He's listening because we got to win, so he probably hear me and hear me good. It was one drive, Ange, where we ran the ball, and Boston Scott got about 15 yards on the carry first down, and then 3 straight passes.
Angelo lost his mind.
First one was low percentage, long bomb to Smith. The next one was some convoluted screen pass, and now it's third down, and they're forcing the ball out of the middle. Rashid, I was going nuts. I'm going, you didn't get here doing that. You got here running the ball. Run the ball.
Run the ball. I mean, even if it don't work, get that defense to prove that our run does not work against whatever defense we play against from here on. Please.
I'm with you. Rashid, great call. Thank you very much. Ben's up next from Montgomeryville. Hi, Ben.
Okay, Andrew, listen. I'm calling it right now. Eagles is going all the way to the Super Bowl.
Oh, we got our first Super Bowl.
Save
right,
that.
Hold on, Ben. They're going all the way to the Super Bowl based on what? The first half of the way the defense played?
Yeah, I think we're going to do this. Ready? Listen to this. We're going to be the 7th seed. We're going to beat L.A. We're going to go upset Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay. Then we're going to upset one of the teams, and we're winning the Super Bowl. I'm calling it.
Wow. You know what would be really fun? All right, we go to the second round against Aaron Rodgers, and he gets COVID. And he's got
That's not fun. That's
no,
not
but it would be, he doesn't.
ironic.
It would be ironic. It would be ironic.
The NFL has set this up.
Oh, yeah.
That it won't be an issue.
Exactly.
Yeah,
because you just don't go get tested.
They changed the rules.
Yeah.
They said, don't find out. Then you can play.
This guy
just
could
get tested on Monday by the time it's 5 days
Ben,
up.
Ben, hold on. Now, Ben, I understand that when you make the playoffs, you get very excited. But, Ben, there's a lot of flaws on this football team, no?
No, I mean, I think this team is special. I think Nick Sirianni's going to take us all the way.
Wow.
It's not over, Ben.
Ben, I got to tell you something, Ben. That is extremely, extremely optimistic. Raymundo is up next. Hi, Raymundo.
Angelo, how you doing?
How you feeling today, pal?
Let me tell you this. I haven't had me on for a while. Thanks for having me today. But I tell you this much here. I feel great. This is a good way to open a new year, man.
Yep.
Especially the Dallas fans I have in my church. They was talking all this smack. I'm like, okay, we'll see after the game's over. And let me tell you something. I like the run mentality first. Drives me crazy when he goes to passing. Or when I hear him line up in the shotgun.
I'm with you. The shotgun's another thing that gets on my nerves.
Drives me insane.
They had a 4th and 2 early in the game, and they went for it. And then they're doing it out of a shotgun. And Howard's there, and you know and I know Howard runs better when they are quarterbacks on the center. Why aren't they using – I mean, Howard was a little – he had the stinger thing going. He wasn't quite what he normally is. But later in the game, you could see he could still run. Give him the best chance. Light up on the center. Why are they doing that?
I have no idea, but I can tell you this much here. Running back gets better momentum when the ball is snapped from under center.
You're right.
You know what I loved how hard Boston Scott ran every
call,
time.
man.
Wasn't he he is
Boston
a powerful runner,
knocking
determined
people back.
runner. That was awesome to see. They don't win that game without him running the way he ran.
I know I'm in the minority on this. I like him better than Sanders.
I do too. I do too.
They love Sanders. Sanders is a little not great with the ball security. Scott is better with ball security. And Scott is just as dangerous in the open field. And he gets under these big guys. They can't see him.
He's a tough guy.
He's
I
really
love the way
good.
he plays.
Can I say this? There's some depth at that position.
Yeah, there is.
Got to give Howie some credit on that. He's got a good set of runners for that team. And whoever faces the Eagles, I just hope they understand that the power and strength of the team is the offensive line. And they've got to get behind it and pound the ball and try to control whoever they play in that playoff.
Would you like a matchup at the Rams?
No, wouldn't be bad. No, the Rams aren't that good. I would prefer the Cowboys because I want to ruin their season.
Yes. That'd be worth it. That would be worth it.
Fourth quarter, Eagles secure the game, and they show Jerry Jones. That, to me,
Yeah,
that's what
it can happen. They're Jekyll and Hyde.
Yeah, they are.
That's what I live my life for. The disappointment of that man. 215-592-9494. When we come back, the man, Ray Dittager's up next. How happy is he? We'll find out next. WIP Sports Time, 7:56. Hey, the moment you've been waiting for is finally here. That's right. Already, Steven Singer is announcing his brand new rose color for Valentine's Day. Here it is. Click your heels 3 times and say, boy, I wish I knew what that new color was. Wish granted. The new rose color is Emerald City. Oh, beautiful green. They're real rose dipped and trimmed in 24-karat gold with sparkling deep green petals. Oh, this is going to be spectacular. The magical Emerald City Rose will take her breath away this Valentine's Day as she opens that beautiful gift box to reveal a real rose encased in 24-karat gold, set against stunning deep green. What are you waiting for? Go to IHateStevenSinger.com right now and get the Emerald City 24-karat gold dip rose. Get yours before they're gone, exclusively and only available at Steven Singer Jewelers. The number one gift this Valentine's Day. Steven's famous gold dip roses start at just $59, and every one comes with a lifetime guarantee. You also get fast, free shipping, real jewelers, real rose for your real love. All at IHateStevenSinger.com.